Hello, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to another video. And without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboys breakout playmaker may be playing his last games in Dallas. Javant Williams has had a breakthrough season with the Dallas Cowboys, currently ranking in the top 10 in rushing yards, touchdowns, and carries. That doesn't mean he'll be sticking around beyond 2025 though. Signed in March to a one-year $3 million deal after 4 seasons with the Denver Broncos, Williams has been one of the Cowboys' biggest success stories in 2025. Through 13 games, he has 215 carries for 1,022 yards, 4.8 yards per carry, and 9 rushing touchdowns. Also hauling in 33 passes for 128 yards and 2 more TDs. But SB Nation's Brian Martin thinks Williams may be playing his last games in a Cowboys uniform over the next month. League-wide, the running back market has been squeezed quite a bit in recent years, with many front offices growing weary of investing heavily at a position where production can often be found cheaper in the draft or by committee. Will the Cowboys let Williams walk in 2026? They may not have a choice. As it stands, Dallas is already doling out significant ducats to several players, including quarterback Dak Prescott, who is on a 4-year, $240 million extension, and wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, who is locked in through 2028 on a 4-year, $136 million deal. The Cowboys have also committed major money on the defensive side of the ball, including a 4-year, $92 million extension for All-Pro cornerback Darren Bland and a 4-year, $80 million deal with defensive tackle Osa Odighizuwa. On top of that, Dallas appears prepared to pay premium dollars or even use a franchise tag to keep wide receiver George Pickens after his breakout season. And there's also a potential mega extension looming for defensive tackle Quinn and Williams. As of right now, Williams' projected annual salary on an extension is approximately $6.7 million. According to Spotrac.com, Martin added, "The Cowboys haven't spent that kind of money at running back since they used the franchise tag on Tony Pollard and before that the long-term extension they gave Ezekiel Elliott. After those two, they went the cheap route with Rico Dale in 2024 and Javant Williams this year. Williams' age, he's 25, coupled with his recent production should make him attractive to other teams when free agency rolls around. He's been one of the more productive running backs this year, which might have pushed his market value out of the range the Cowboys are comfortable spending on the position." Martin also noted, adding, "It's going to be really interesting to see what he accomplishes in the remainder of the season, but whatever it is, it likely won't sway any decision that has to be made about his future in Dallas." Cowboys updates CeeDee Lamb concussion progress ahead of Week 15. There were a number of reasons that the Cowboys saw their 3-game winning streak end on Thursday night in Detroit with a 44-30 drubbing at the hands of the Lions. Obviously, giving up a season high for a defense that had been vastly improved in recent weeks was a major cause. But there were also some offensive malfunctions that chipped in. Most notably, the injury coming into Tyler Ton at left tackle and the injury suffered during game by star receiver CeeDee Lamb. Lamb had gone for a season-high 121 yards receiving in just a little more than a half of action on Thursday before he knocked his head hard against the Ford Field turf and was immediately taken off the field with concussion symptoms. The Cowboys have 4 games remaining and still an outside crack at a playoff spot. Getting Lamb back would be a very big boost, but with a concussion, rehab and recovery time can be slowed. His potential return in Week 15 then remains uncertain. Cowboys Schottenheimer says CeeDee Lamb progressing. Cowboys coach Brian Schottenheimer did offer some update on Monday about whether Lamb will be ready to go, though it was hardly conclusive. "He's doing good. Talked to him over the weekend. He is progressing nicely." Schottenheimer said hopefully it will all work out like we expected. After the game on Thursday night, Lamb himself had issued a message on Instagram writing, "Blessed is an understatement. Love y'all." There is some concern, too, that this is Lamb's 3rd concussion, though they have been spread out over the past 6 years. Often, when a player suffers a concussion, he is more susceptible to them in the future. While in college at Oklahoma, Lamb did miss a game against Baylor with concussion symptoms in early November of 2019, and also missed time in the NFL back in November 2021 after suffering a concussion. In both cases, he only missed 1 week. We expect him to be available for Sunday's match against the Vikings. Cowboys should be paying attention to Trey Hendrickson health status. Cincinnati Bengals All-Pro pass rusher Trey Hendrickson underwent surgery on Tuesday per Ian Rappaport, meaning his season is over. Trey Hendrickson had core muscle surgery this morning, source said. Rappaport reports his season is over, but he should be fully recovered in 6 or so weeks. And while Hendrickson may be out for the remainder of 2025, multiple teams should keep a close eye on his health, as he will hit the free agent market in 2026. One of those teams who should absolutely be interested in Hendrickson is the Dallas Cowboys. When you look at Dallas' pass rush this season, it has been one of the worst in the NFL. Per Next Gen Stats, the Cowboys rank 20th in the NFL in sack percentage, and they are 18th in sacks. We all know that Jerry Jones likes to make a splash, which he did at the trade deadline this season by bringing in Quinn and Williams to put next to Kenny Clark. Being that the Cowboys are in need of a high-end edge rusher, Hendrickson will almost certainly be in their sights to help improve a defense that is allowing the 4th most yards per game. Hendrickson is a 4-time Pro Bowl selection, making it to 4 consecutive Pro Bowls from 2021 to 24. He earned first-team All-Pro status in 2024 after leading the NFL in sacks. When healthy, he is one of the very best edge rushers in the NFL. But the injury is something to keep a close eye on, especially when it comes to a 31-year-old edge rusher. Dallas may try to double-dip when it comes to edge rushers, as they could sign a player like Hendrickson and also draft a high-caliber edge rusher in the early portions of the NFL draft in April. There is plenty of time to worry about that, though. For the time being, Dallas is still alive in the NFC East race, sitting 2 games behind the Philadelphia Eagles with 4 weeks remaining in the season. The Cowboys will host the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday Night Football in Week 15.